Previously on the best automatic as we're going around the island, but this is part 3, and I did notice that little character actually jumped out of his vehicle, as you can tell by these big arrows. But the main thing is that my big bruv came onto the show to demonstrate that he was there or to come and protect me and help me, but now later on he's not doing that. I mean, no what? Oh yeah, don't forget, you know, this vehicle, you know, you've got to, aren't you? I mean, yeah, my brother's saying I'm bragging about it. Well, what is there not to brag about? It's brilliant, just go out and buy one. Oh yeah, and his mate came onto it and all. Well, nobody can't understand. But then my brother started criticising me. I'm getting like pally-polly with my mates getting them going all against me. But the major thing is, right at the end of this episode, or what?
Look,
was this scary bit.
And what take over the show.
Yeah. What is he planning? So that's why he's leaving me here. And with that killer car trying to get me. So my suspicions are on him. Never mind his suspicions. So, we're going to continue going around the island. And now, but it's a big island. So here's the footage, alright?
Sorry, Captin Pervert, you have to acquire more evidence. Or you're committing the action, even the crime of slander, a false spoken statement damaging to your brother's reputation. You could be liable and done for defamation.
What's that?
It's a calumny, muckraking, even vilification, as this doesn't sound like the usual surruclity. This has a career smear or a character assassination without evidence. Is none of the presenters' job to start coming up with suspects at this point. It's my job to investigate with collection of evidence. I don't around casting aspirations on an individual based on a person's opinion, so please stop, as the show can't afford to be involved with suing cases irreversibly damaging Best Automatic's reputation. You need more evidence, you can't just go on this tiny little clip.
No, right, this bit, right, I didn't notice when it first aired on YouTube, but I looked back on it, and he said he's taken over the show. Everyone, check it out, even we had problems with it, and he had to get edited, and the BBC took it all up and all that lot. What?
I've already got this as evidence, but at the moment you can't accuse him, you need more evidence.
Well, there is evidence!
Shut up, you, right? I mean, all he's doing is moaning about his, I'm not saving him. Right, he's got to man up, like my mum and dad said. I can't fight his battles all the time. And look, I mean, end of the day, I'll do it. It's taking a long time killing him, this vehicle. How do we know he's not promoting it?
Well, I'm not promoting it, but it's a good way to promote it. Thanks, bruv. Yeah, buy this vehicle. It's high quality and it can take on psychotic killing cars.
But you have cast a shadow of suspicion on yourself not doing the task you originally came on the show to do. And that is saving your brother, plus sabotaging equipment with your fingerprints on. But you need to stop the accusations and get on with your job you're paid for, and that's presenting the show.
That's to you, little bruv.
No, she's criticising you. Right, like with the fingerprints and all that lot, and all that lot, and all them things and that.
Just promote your vehicle, you dimwit, alright? Because I find it a bit convenient. It's not actually killed you or anything.
So you want me dead then, bruv?
Yeah, that does sound suspicious.
Yeah, I got all my mates on you then. Because you tried to steal them in episode 3 of this.
What are you on about? I mean, nah, you need to man up, be a man. You mean, you might be our case like me, alright? So you can easily take that note, right? Sorry, Pops. What do you mean a Popsy motor?
You're clearly not going to get on with the show, so I'll start with my bit. Right, for slangs, words beginning with P. We've got Paco, a derogatory Chilean term for camberninos created in 1927 to maintain law and order, but still reported to the Ministry of Defence until 2011. It became a branch of the Ministry of the Interior of the Public Security. Paco was the nickname of the Francisco Calderon, a 1940 security minister in Costa Rica. There's Paddy Wacken, an old-fashioned term for police van, as most of the policemen and prisoners were of Irish extraction around Liverpool. Panda car, referring to the 1960s UK police car, as they were painted with large panels of black and white. Many were Morris 1000 and Austin Minis and 1100s, Ford Anglias and later Escorts. The colour scheme changed to blue, so that term's not used much today. Pandu, a Marithian illegal argon word used by Mafinia ethololinguists group in Marrakesh, Belgium, Kyrgyzstan, Karwar, Goa and Western India. Mainly in Mumbai, is a derogatory slang for Hollanders, a sergeant rank in India and Pakistani armies. A defender, made popular by the 1975 Pandu Havalada movie. Panduri, Serbo-Croatian slang for police officers derived from the Latin word Bandurium, in which the word Bandarian came from, during the Ottoman 15th century empire, for military unit meaning created by the Austro-Hungarian nobles. A light border patrol over Croats, Hungarian, Romanian and Serbs, but the term is still used today in parts of Croatia, Bosnia and Montenegro. Parak, meaning policeman in the Philippines.
Never mind all that, alright? I mean, it's me what's maybe presenting on the show and all that. I don't know what I'm not about peas and all that. But the thing is, though, my brother said he was going to take over the show. That's my point.
Just get on with it.
Oh yeah, sorry everyone. Right, this is the part where I got a motor for the game, as you all know, to check out my new motor, American Muscle, the tampon.
It's called a tamper, not a tampon. A tampon was developed by Dr. Earl Haas, a physician from Denver, Colorado, to be used to absorb the menstrual flow, which he invented in 1931. But Gertrude Tentridge, who founded the Tampax brand, bought the applicator's patent, and tampons hit the market in 1933. The modern tampon. But before the 30s, tampons were dated back to ancient Egyptians, who used lint, Romans used wool, and absorbent moss was used in ancient Asia and Africa. The modern one is compressed cotton, and there's plans for future tampons to be used to test for chlamydia and other infections, pick up on cancer, and genital uterus health. Maybe a less invasive test than a smear in the future.
Yeah, but what about the car?
No, you idiot! You stupid bleeding vagina!
Oh, you swore then?
No, I didn't!
You did? What do you mean I'm a bleeding vagina thingy?
Well, that's what you're on about! What mean you calling it a tampon?
Yeah, that's what it's called! I mean, she's meant to give out all that information about cars.
You said tampon, not tamper.
Yeah, that's what it is, a tampon.
It isn't a tampon.
It is, it's a tampon.
I've just explained what one is.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know what you're on about. What then? Okay, so this is the bit where we're going to see where the tampon comes on the speed trial. What?
Uber Match Zion, 1 minute and 10 seconds. Bravo Gauntlet, 1 minute and 12. Declasse Tampers Today, 1 minute and 14 seconds. Bravado Gauntlet Classic, 1 minute and 15. Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire, 1 minute and 16. Benefactor Glendale, 1 minute and 17, 147th of a second. Imponent Phoenix, 1 minute and 17 seconds. and 1/49th of a second.
So we've done all that, and you can gather we've got the map out, but surely you should know where we're all going. But this one's a right corker, just like at my score. Right, I'm outside the shop for the plastic bag with my vicious tampon, alright? So here I am, doing a quick scope on the shopkeeper. So give me them plastic bag, or a quick scope, yeah, alright?
You can't quick scope.
Alright, I'll swap weapon anyhow. Thank you for the plastic bag, alright? Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing shooting at me? I don't in the real...
Where are? What the hell's going on here? You got 2 scars.
Yeah? Why not?
Wait on, I didn't have that. Wait on, you're spending the budget again.
I'm not. I mean, I'm driving that specialised vehicle, the tampon, alright?
It's not a tampon. A tampon has a string attached.
You being sarcastic?
No, I'm not, because a piece of string isn't on a car. No, it's a tamper. T-A-M-P-A. Not tampon. T-A-M-P-O-N. A tamper is a GTA car, and a tampon is a feminine hygiene product used to absorb a menstrual flow by insertion into the vagina during menstruation, where it expands as it soaks up blood quite efficiently. If inserted correctly, in the UK they are classed as a luxury item, therefore have to pay premium tax, despite the fact the average woman needs 11,400 of them in her lifetime. Something she can't manage without, same with pads. The tax is so high, some companies are now giving to teenage girls in poor areas so they can attend school their menstrual week. Old cultures used to make women stay in the bedchambers, but luckily in modern America they are considered to be a class 2 medical device by the FDA because they are used in surgery. Do you still think this is a car?
Yeah, you just mentioned brake pads, ain't you?
Not them kind of pads, the sanitary pads.
Yeah, brake pads.
No, they're not brake pads.
Look, you idiot. She's trying to tell you something that you're getting the bleeding near of the vehicle all wrong, and you're already cheating. What do you mean I'm cheating? I mean that's my... Wait, what was wrong with my star? Wait, I'm the miss one there.
Are you getting the name of the car wrong on purpose so I wasn't taking notice? Because why have you got 2 up there? You're cheating, aren't you?
No, I'm not cheating at all.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's right, cheat. Yeah, that's why there's 2 scars on, isn't there?
Yeah, because why is one 12 and one's 13?
Well, I don't know, but maybe the producers are a bit blind.
I don't think they're blind. We can easily go back on this footage.
What do you mean go back in the footage? You shouldn't be paying attention right now talking about weird things, what you've been saying.
You're the one who doesn't understand what a tampon is. It's me what's trying to demonstrate that you don't know what a tamper is, which is the actual car you should be talking about.
I am talking about the car. It's the tampon.
It's not a tampon. I've explained what a tampon is. It's a female product. It's not a car.
You've been sexist. Men can drive cars and all, you know.
I'm not being sexist. A tamper is a car that a man, a woman or whoever can drive, but a tampon is typically used by a woman. The only time I've ever known men to use a tampon is when they've had severe nosebleeds and they've put them up the nasal cavities.
Blimey, where do you get that type of information from? What? There's men use them for nosebleeds?
Yes, actually it's quite an effective way after they've had a fight or something like that. They put tampons up their noses and it soaks up the blood really well.
Wait on, I thought we were talking about my motor. Wait on, I've got 22, not 17. No, wait on, wow.
Never mind that, I'm confused.
I think he's done this on purpose because it is a tamper. And secondly, there's no way that you've got that many. There's no way you've got 23. There's too much of a gap there.
I have? Yeah, you haven't been paying attention because you're talking about strange things, right? And I know one thing, that whatever you're talking about blood and all that, look, my Lisa Weatherspoon doesn't bleed at all.
That's because she's not biological. She's probably made out of some kind of latex.
Well, she's not more bionically. What?
Even balloons are made out of latex.
Oh, so you're going to give us a lecture about balloons, are you, there? Or what? I mean, my little Weatherspoon doesn't bleed, or what?
You idiot, women do bleed. They bleed for a month.
What do you mean they bleed for a month? They'll die if they bleed.
No, well, we're not typically, unless we've got a condition, we don't bleed that long. Unless we've got a serious condition or going up towards menopause. I've only just started our periods. When I'm a bit more regulated and the body's got used to it. But yeah, I've got to agree, we'd end up with like iron deficiency if we had a month-long period all the time. We have one every month.
Blimey! What? So you bleed then?
Yes. Because I've got a normal functioning reproductive system, and that's how it works. Without a period, none of you guys on this presenting this show would have been able to be born.
Blimey! You women are right complicated then, aren't you? My little Weatherspoon's not that complicated. All you have to do is put your mouth around that nozzle and blow her up. And then there you are.
You idiot, you bleeding funny, or what?
You see, he's swearing again.
It's you keep mentioning, periods and all that lot.
I don't mention anything about a period. What's a period all about? What's that got to do with it? I'm talking about my mother, the tampon.
It's not a tampon. This is still on this. It's called a tamper. Do you want me to spell it again? A tamper is spelled T-A-M-P-A. A tampon is spelled T-A-M-P-O-N.
What? What's that got to do with it? It's the tampon, or what?
No, you idiot.
You don't go into a drugstore
Drugs? What mention drugs?
You don't go into someone that sells toiletries or a pharmacy or anything like that and buy a car, do you? No, but you go into them to buy a tampon.
What, you go into the car place and buy a tampon? Yeah, that's what I'm on about.
No!
I'm on GTA.
No, I'm on about that for a tampon you've got to go into a chemist and buy it, or a toiletry shop. You don't see a tampon in a car showroom.
Well, you get this quite confusing, or what? So you're saying to buy this motor, you've got to buy it at the chemist. I didn't buy this in the chemist in GTA.
I'm making a point that it's not a tampon. Will you please just use the modern day wonder what's the internet, please? Because clearly you don't know what you're on about, and unfortunately you don't know how to count either, because your score is way off.
What do you mean my score's off, or what? That's how many police cars I've destroyed, or what? Yeah, because you done this on purpose not to pay attention. Why have I got 48 when I've got 59, or what?
My mouth and my brain do not stop functioning just because I'm using my eyes to watch the video. It's quite clear that you've only got 50 and not 61. I mean, just because I'm talking doesn't mean I'm not taking notice. Can't you multitask at all?
What do you mean multitask? Women multitask, men can't, or what? It's been scientifically backed.
No, it's been scientifically proven in an American journal 2 weeks ago that there is absolutely no difference between multitasking being any easier for a woman than it is a man, so that is quite a derogatory term actually. It's a bit sexist. Men and women are both equal that way. It's just because a lot of women have to deal with motherhood, so therefore they've come up with this myth that they can multitask better than men. It is absolute rubbish.
Right, that sounds complicated. But alright then, you explain about my Lisa Weatherspoon, because she got buggeroo, or what?
Because she's not actually female. She's made out of a rubber or a plastic. I'm not exactly sure which material. But she's not real. Is she warm? No. Because she doesn't have blood. She doesn't have a cardiovascular system. She doesn't have nerves.
What do you mean she ain't got nerves in there? She is warm when you pat her under the blanket, especially when I lie on top of her and all that, look.
Oh, bruv, don't need to know all that. But you've got her in your bedroom. I want her back.
That's your own body heat.
Well, yeah, I'll get nice and warm. So does she when I'm on top. Oh, bruv. Let's pay attention what his rubbish score is. What do you mean a rubbish score?
When you've only got 60.
No, I've got 74 there. Like, you're not paying attention or what?
You haven't got 74.
Oh, that will crash. Why ain't it?
Yeah, it's 61.
Or what?
So you're trying to do what the Irish fella did?
I didn't do anything. I played that fair and square.
No, you didn't.
I did. Yeah, what do you mean? Well, never mind, this is my bet. You're ruining it. So it's on that bet, don't care. It did, right? It's gone on my score. Look, 2 of them been destroyed there, alright? So there. So my tampon is the best, alright? Because I've got more points than that Rambo fella, alright? So there.
No, in the first bag challenge, the Irish fella only got 12.
I didn't, I got more than that.
No, but you did get, you're ahead at the moment with 75 for the second 5p plastic bag challenge.
What? So, what?
Well, I'm just letting you know that you only got 12 in the first
No,
one.
I've got more.
And you did exactly the same then. We ended up with...
I've got more now, alright?
Wait a minute, that's not even GTA.
There it is, alright? It's got graphics now, alright?
That is not graphics.
No, it is, alright?
That's proper recorded.
That's from the beginning.
No, it is. That's on the
Wait a
game.
minute, that's a completely different police car.
Oh, yeah, you're because it's GTA in a different country. That's
They don't have it in a different country.
Yeah,
It's
it does.
based in America.
Oh, my dad, alright?
Right, all the cars so far where you've been chased are black and white.
Yeah.
So far I've seen more white European cars. That is definitely not GTA.
It is.
No, it isn't. That is definitely not part of where you're driving around.
Yeah, it is.
Wait a minute, that's even an old-fashioned UK police car.
No, it is. It's not a UK police car. Alright, it is a Ford, alright?
Well, a Ford, technically, manufacturing is American, but that you have not caused a fire. I have never. The only time I've ever seen a fire on this game is when Mr. Sprout came to his demise at the petrol station. That is definitely footage from a film or a TV program.
But don't tell me, but oh, come on, back on what I'm saying.
Right, so you're definitely cheating.
I'm not cheating at all.
You are. You're not getting them points.
I am. Well, they're not giving me my points. Right, now, I've got, what, 67?
Yeah, that's not a bad score, you know. That's more than what he's got.
No, it's 94, that's how many I've got.
I'll have to tell the producers that you're now trying to put... You have definitely been going into the editing studio and putting all these extra bits in.
Oh, you mean
That's even a Polish police car.
Yeah, that's a Polish version of GTA 5, or what?
No, it's all based on the same thing.
No, it is.
It is.
It is.
The last time it was based in Europe, it was actually based on the London city. So, it's never been based in Poland.
Well, how do you know? Well, you said something about the internet finding that, so that's something about your knowledge you should find out. What about GTA 5, but they're all different for everyone.
Alright then, challenge accepted. I will go and check that now.
Blimey, what you started now is just going to start mentioning about peas and all that lot and stuff.
No! Oh yeah, about slagging policemen with names and all that lot. Yeah, alright.
I mean, technically, Rockstar don't endorse mods on the PlayStation on GTA 5. It's quite a foolish thing to do, but yes, I've checked. You can have mods technically on it. I mean, some people have got a Federal Signia Gamma 2.0 on, a Polish police uniforms, a Poliski Officer General 2, a Policja Panzerwana 2, a Mercedes Sprinter Poliski, a Polish flag is in there, a Polish registration plate, and a Polish BMW and a Polish National Police car. There's even a Polish Boeing 767. But this is clearly not graphics. This is not a mod. This is definitely from some TV show or some videos that you've got. And there's no way, I've just looked now, there's no way since I've been looking down at this that you've got 155. That is ridiculous. So if I go to the editing room, I'm not going to end up finding all this from different sources from TV.
But wait a minute, you've got to wait for me to clean that after me said.
No, I'm going straight in now. No, I'm going now. Now, present the show whilst I'm looking.
Well, I don't know what she's doing, alright? I mean, she won't find out because I swallowed the key by accident, alright?
I've got my own key.
Well, we'll get you a key! It took me ages to get a key, alright? Why don't you do it on another episode, alright? Instead of interfering, alright? I thought you meant to be helping me. My brother's leaving me getting annihilated by a killer car and all that.
Oi, I mean, you need to man up, alright?
No, I mean, at that day, I want my Lisa Weatherspoon dog back, and and he won't let me have it back. Right? I've got these points fair and square, and the producers have been nasty. Right? What, 67? Nah, 164 I've got. Or 65 right now.
You have not, bruv. You're cheating.
It's definitely cheating because you've left your videotapes out.
I have not left videotapes out.
You have, and an SD card.
What?
And you've got Captin Pervert's property on it as well. You haven't named it very well if you're trying to be inconspicuous about this.
What, you mean he's been nicking the footage of my police cars crashing? What I caused in my challenge?
No, I'm saying...
Hey, I think I recognise my footage on my video as well. You've been pinching everybody else's.
It's nobody's footage. If you look at it, like that's the game, right? That's graphics. That is recorded. That is a movie. Look.
The film salted it.
See, you even know what film it was, and that's one of the ones that are in the editing room. And the fact that he's named it and put it on his SD card, he's obviously been trying to cheat. This will not be tolerated by myself or the producers.
Graphics on that, brilliant.
No, if you're cheating,
I'm not cheating.
that is definitely not GTA.
It is.
You can't argue.
In Las Vegas or something.
Well, you've lost your videos and you've lost your SD card. I'm going to hand them over now to the producers so they know what you've been doing.
What? I'm not. Look, you said, right, for point system to be the best person and don't lose their job because the producers are all about lining us up and all that. Look, well, I've been at the beginning of this.
They're going to lie cheaters off and murderers off this show.
Well, I'm not a murderer.
We don't know who the murderer is yet.
Well,
but you're definitely showing a dishonest personality by trying to cheat blatantly.
Well, you might be having to go with my brother. He's left me alone getting killed by a killer car.
This episode, you haven't even let me have the chance to tell your brother to come back and help you. Because you've made such a mess of this show this week, presenting.
I have not.
You have. You haven't.
Family entertainment. My brother started swearing.
You started the show off by complaining about your brother. You didn't even...
Because in episode 3 of part 5, he's all about taking over the proud dad. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but you still came on starting the show, basically being catty about your brother.
Well, he's not at least a Weatherspoon doll.
See, that isn't very professional.
That's
my point. You're bringing all your You're bringing all your personal matters onto the show.
I'm not.
You've just said it yourself. You're lonely. That's not very professional.
Well, I am lonely like my little Weatherspoon, or what?
Listen. You didn't even get the name of the car right.
I have got the car right. It's a tampon.
You haven't done any research on it. You haven't.
It's
like now. You're not commentating or anything like that. Now you're trying to deny putting extra footage in that doesn't belong there.
Yeah, it does. I did that fair and square.
That is lying.
I'm not lying. I lie in bed. That's what I do. All right.
A word what's more appropriate then? You're being deceptive.
Deceptive, like a detective. Oh, that sounds cool, that.
You know it isn't cool.
Yeah, it sounds cool, that.
You idiot, bruv. You bleeding funny, or what?
Stop swearing, bruv.
Well, that's your new name, or what? Why? Wait on. How come it's raining? And then not?
Don't worry, I've noticed that as well. He's really messing up with his footage here. You've been cheating on your GTA footage as well.
I'm not, that's quality,
no.
That's quality, I'll cause them accidents, or what? Look at that. What? I didn't even care.
Right, we'll have to go through this because I don't think you've even got the 75 now. We've seen that it's right in some areas and wet in others.
92.
Yeah, we're not counting that at all. Well, we're not.
Why?
Because it's not an accurate figure.
It is an accurate figure. I saw all that police cars crash, or what?
You could even put a Googleplex in there or a Ben number.
What?
Yeah, a big high number, an infinite number in. And you're trying to pass that off as legitimate. You can't. 193 is just as believable as a Google.
What? What? I don't know. Look, you won't be paying attention. You don't know what you're on about, or what?
I'm afraid I do, because that's why the producers have asked me to come on the show to try and make you guys more organised. And you have been an absolute professional nightmare this episode. You have not done anything right. And considering these new contracts are coming up, your brother's looking more of a candidate at the moment than you.
Trying to sabotage the program.
Well, yes, he did try to sabotage the program. We've got the evidence of that. But look what you're doing now. When you're meant to be concentrating on the show, nothing to do with the murder investigations, you're cheating.
I'm not cheating. That was high quality skill of my driving my tampon.
That's not skill.
That is, my tampon's brilliant.
Wait on. You just counted your own point and crashing your own car.
Exactly. You don't.
Yeah? You said any crashing it won't care.
No, only if it stays on its roof.
Here, when I crashed my car, he didn't have damn points on, and now he's just added a point on his vehicle.
Exactly. Don't worry, we'll get the true figure of this at the end. Because I think he's using somebody else's footage from GTA.
On the right hand side's been counting what cars have been crashing.
Yeah, but I still want to double check it.
No, what? You mean you've got pattern repeat on the next week's episode?
No, I'll just watch it.
It's my episode then, and I'm driving one of them vehicles.
And I'm glad to say, Captain.
What, you're driving a tampon?
It's not a tampon.
Yeah, I'm driving
It's
a drifting tampon.
It's not a tampon. Oh, please don't you start, Captain Gorgeous.
No, but he keeps saying tampon. Oh,
but it isn't.
My head.
Yes, but you're confirming it to him that it is called that, and it isn't.
Well,
it's a tamper.
Yeah, but it's not your shot. That's next time, or what?
Oh, I can't wait because Captain Gorgeous is way more professional than you right now.
Oh, well, got girlfriend have you, Captain Gorgeous.
You've just proved my point of being really immature there.
I'm not immature, that's my mum. She says I'm a big boy, because I can zip up my fly, or what?
That doesn't make you a big boy.
It does.
And the fact that you're called a boy is immature. You're meant to be a fully grown man.
I am, I'm in my 50s.
Exactly, and you don't act like it.
I do.
That's why you're childish and immature.
I don't. Well, I've done this fair and square. Right, I've nearly done it. All right, 207. All right, make it a week, boys.
88 to be exact, and that's if that's correct. Well, if you remember the Kill Bill movie, they wasn't crazy 88. They just liked the sound of it, and there weren't even 88 of them. Yeah, so maybe they didn't even 88 points. So it might be the same with Crazy 88. They didn't actually 88 of them. But definitely 207, no chance. At the moment, the Irish fella is still in the lead with 75. Until we can verify that 88's even right.
Now you're adding that score, alright?
I'm not adding 207. I am not adding TV footage. And obviously footage you might have taken. Captin Pervert 112, Irish fella 87, Stallone 60, Stateman 14 and Captain Gorgeous 9 and American 0 so far.
Oh, I noticed they didn't give me my proper score. I noticed that. Well, here's for the rest of the fattage going around that island. And I'm in jeopardy, I need saving!
Well, Captain Pervert, I think you've caught the producers in a good mood.
Well, obviously I'm glad.
No, they've given you the 8.
No, I heard them points.
I don't think you did, and I think fellow presenters will agree.
Yeah, he's cheating.
Yeah, I do as well. I don't know why.
You shut up, yeah. What was not cheating or what? Nobody's not helping me. Right, I've got this killer clown on me. But don't forget, right, to buy this vehicle, it's high quality, and for you ladies, it's all done
Stop
up in pink.
advertising on the show. We haven't got an agreement with the company.
What, yeah, I mean, Rockstar Game needs to sell them vehicles. High quality, comes in water.
Right, we need to get on with me getting back onto P-word.
Well, what about me?
Paw Patrol, slang term for canine police units in the UK, and a very popular children's show today. Probus is Anko, Filipino slang for policeman due to a TV show called Ange Publicino. Party van, unlike party bus used in Australia terms. To put drunks in the party van in Russia is to house entire squads sent out to perform arrests or sieges.
I didn't pay attention about me getting attacked by
Pasma, Spanish derogatory term to refer to the police in general, and Pasmuti, a single officer. Peeler, after Sir Robert Peel, who was a British Conservative who was Prime Minister from 1834 to 35 and again in 1841 to 46. Before that he was Home Secretary in 1822 to 27 and 1828 to 30. He is seen as the father of modern policing. He was also nicknamed Bobby from Robert, as mentioned under B's, why police officers were called Bobbies. Perp, a perpetrator for short. Paraphon, referring to the old-fashioned passage guard standing still and emotionless on their person at very old times, were armed with pole axes and clubs. Sorry, I couldn't find out what era this was.
Well, you're useless then, aren't you?
Well, then you go find it. Pig, a very derogatory term that was used in the 19th century until today. It did, however, stop being frequently used between the late 19th century until the 1960s and 70s. The Underground brought it back, and popular to this day due to the 1972 cartoon Fritz the Cat, who portrayed the police as pigs. It also used in anti-authority punk, metalhead, goth, biker, hip-hop and mobster circles. Even Oz magazine showed a picture of a pig dressed as a policeman on its front cover. Inspired by Duke Nukem 3D, a first-person shooter video game released in 1996 that has kept the slang relevant even to this day.
Yeah, but nobody ain't bothered about me getting killed by that killer car, alright? So what do you mention that? We don't worry bothered about you here. I like to know what I can call police officers and call them funny names. Oh yeah, cause you're a villain, aren't you, bruv? Alright, a big villain that you're driving away like a big wack and leaving me with a killer car. Well, it gives you a bit of promotion, doesn't it? Oh yeah, for your ladies. Nice and pink this census vehicle, alright?
Advertising, right, back to them. Pig pen for police station. Pinch for American slang for being arrested. Pikachu, it refers to a traffic police in Vietnam that wear yellow suits that resemble Pikachu from the Pokemon character. Plastic police, slang for powerless community support officers. Plod, PC Plod or Plodder, UK and Australian slang because of Mr. Plod the policeman in the Enid Blyton's Noddy series for children. Polder, Czech slang for police officer. Police, Scottish slang that sounds familiar to the well over exaggerated US pronunciation of police. Ponder, derived from the British pound sterling used by Junji, Kashmir Indian, to institute police where susceptible to bribery. Pony Soldier, a Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Popo or Po or Poas, a street term for police that started in Southern California, where bicycle police wore t-shirts marked PO for police officer. Poulette, easy one, French for chicken. similar slang in French for UK pig, puro, Hispanic for pig, and Birken, a Norwegian slang for police meaning so.
So, what about me? Right, you're an insulting police officer with that funny nose, right? But the thing is that nobody about me getting killed by that killer car. You know what I mean? You're Captain Car, yeah, Captain Gorgeous.
But what are you dragging me into it for? I mean, it's not my fault, is it? You know, it's a different shade of red, I keep telling you.
Oh, you know it's his car. But anyhow, nobody had got bet about my brother trying to take over the show, alright?
I think your concern really should be like you said about your safety, but your brother's unfortunately not going to come back to you and nobody else is within distance to get to you in time.
Yeah, I'm dedicated to do this challenge.
Well, I don't care, fellas. I mean, I'm more further than you, like. Well, I can't help it. I'm being attacked by this killer car.
Can't you just drive away?
That's like you're the decoy then, innit, bruv?
What? So there's not much to say, alright? Set on that broken bicycle pump. It's time to end the show. Bye, I'm lost.
Bye, have a great time.
Hi, Melissa, that's me, Goodbye.